Yoga is great for cross training. It will improve your position on the bike, developing greater strength, flexibility and stamina. Come to a comfortable seated cross-leg position, or find a position which is comfortable for you. Let's begin by focusing on our breath. The Ujjayi breath is really good for bringing extra oxygen into our muscles, especially at times of tiredness, and reducing all the toxins in the body. Inhale and exhale out through the nose unless I state otherwise. So let's begin. Closing the eyes. Take a big breath in through the nose and start expanding the ribs to the side of the room. As you exhale, pull the pelvic floor in and pull the abdominals back towards you. Let's keep that going. 2 more rounds. Take a big breath in, inhaling through the upper chest, the side of the rib cage, and also to the back of the body. As you exhale, relaxing the shoulders, relax the jaw, and pull lower belly in. 1 last round. Inhaling, take a little bit more in this time. And exhale. Fabulous. Keep that breath up for the whole of the practice. Moving into seated side bend with 2 arm positions. Stretch out your left leg, active toes, lifting up towards the ceiling. Really helps awaken the shin bones and keeping away from shin splints. Root through your pelvis. Take a big breath in, send your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Making space on the side of this rib cage. Exhale, placing the hand down. Left ear to left shoulder. Send your right fingertips over towards your right knee. And feel for relaxing into the neck and getting good stretch into the upper traps. Big breath in. Right fingers skywards. Exhale, put a little bend into the elbow. Feel for breathing into the top of the chest and into the armpit, an unusual place to breathe. As you exhale, feel for releasing the right knee down towards the floor. 1 more huge breath here, opening the intercostal muscles on the right side. As you exhale, curl the fingertips over towards the left foot. Take a big breath in into the lower and upper back on the right side. Relaxing into the jaw and into the shoulders. To come out the pose, release the right hand back. Take the left hand underneath the side of the face and cradle the head up to center. Let's do the other side. Flexing the right toes up towards the ceiling. Take a huge breath in. Reaching the right hand up. Take that into the inside of the calf, relaxing the ear to shoulder. Send your left fingertips over towards your left knee. Relaxing into the neck and into the upper trap. Big breath in. Feel for opening the intercostal muscles on the left side. Exhale, chest opener. Big breath in, relaxing into the back of the shoulder. Take another big breath into the upper chest. As you exhale, send your left fingertips over towards your right toes. Staying here for 2 breaths, filling the upper, mid-back and lower back with a full breath. To come out the pose, release the left arm. Place the right hand on the cheek, lifting yourself up to center. Moving into double pigeon pose or working with 1 leg straight, if this is better for you. Coming with your left leg on top. Flexing the foot. When the foot is flexed, it wakes up the muscles around the shin. This helps support into the knee and also opens into the hip. Place both hands around your upper thigh. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, roll the femur down towards the floor and send the thigh forward. Ooh, so you can feel a lot of space being created into that pelvis. Inhale the left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, placing the forearm over into the sole of the foot. Staying here for a breath. Feeling the back of the body on the left side and into the left hip. If you can take it a little bit deeper, come down and placing the top of the arm into the sole of the foot. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, feel for making more space into the outer left hip. One more breath. To come out of the pose, walking the hands back towards the body and swapping over to the other side. Flexing the right sole of the foot. Take the hands around the outside of the thigh, rolling the femur down towards the floor and send the thigh forward, creating extra space. Take a big breath in, right hand comes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, turning towards the foot, placing the forearm or even all the way down to the top of the arm, relaxing the neck. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, push the right arm into the sole of the foot, creating some space into the right hip. One more big breath here. To come out of the pose, walking the hands towards you. Moving on to abs. Abs are fabulous for waking up the core, turning on your Agni fire, and also supporting your lower back. Let's go. Interlacing the hands behind the back of the neck. Bringing the knees in line with the hips. Taking the feet a little bit closer. Remember to activate into the feet. Huge breath in, rim of the sacrum down to the floor and lower ribs. Lift head and shoulders, keeping elbows up towards the ceiling. Hold your breath. Send tailbone up. Exhale, left elbow over towards your right knee. Extend through the left leg and pull belly down. Inhale, head and shoulders back to the center. Hold the breath, curl pubic bone up. Right elbow over towards your left knee. Extend through the ball of the right leg, away from the hip. Pull the belly down. Inhale, head and shoulders to center, both legs come together. Hold the breath, lift elbows a little bit higher. Exhale, both elbows over towards the right. Extend through the ball of the left, pull belly down. Squeeze your sit bones as you inhale, head and shoulders to the center. Hold the breath, curl head and shoulders a little higher. Both elbows over towards the left side, pull belly down. Extend through the ball of the right leg. Inhale, head and shoulders to center. Hold the breath, curl pubic bone up. Left elbow over towards your right knee. Pull belly down, extend through the ball of the left leg. Inhale, head and shoulders to center. Hold the breath, curl pubic bone up. Exhale, both elbows over towards the left. Pull belly down, extend through the ball of the right leg. Pull belly down. Inhale, head and shoulders, last round. Hold the breath, curl pubic bone up. Exhale, both elbows over towards the right. Pull belly down, extending through the ball of the left leg. Inhale, head and shoulders to center. Hold the breath, curl pubic bone up. Right elbow over towards the left side. Pull belly down, extend through the ball of the right leg. Inhale, head and shoulders to center and release down. Placing the hands on the belly. Take a big breath in here. Rolling over to each side. Taking a breath and coming all the way up. Moving into Dolphin pose. Dolphin pose is a really good upper body strength pose. It works deep into the pecs and serratus anterior to change in any fetal position, and also for any reason we took an impact, this would help brace our fall. Coming down to our forearms, walking the knees a few inches back towards the back of the mat. Measure your distance by grabbing hold of your biceps. Shoulder sensitivity people, grab hold of your hands. Everybody else, hands flat. Take a huge breath in, blooming the upper back towards the side, relaxing the neck. Feel for activating into the forearms as you exhale, lifting sit bones up towards the ceiling. Be careful not to bring the head down to the floor. If this is the case, little bend into the knees and send the chest towards the feet. Big breath in here, ballooning the upper back. For step 1, taking it more advanced, raising the left foot up towards the ceiling, pressing the right heel down towards the floor, engaging into the calves and into the hamstrings. Lowering the left leg, right leg up towards the ceiling. Keep activating, pushing the forearms down to the floor and sending the chest towards the toes. Release coming down. For those of you who want to take it one step further, Dolphin strut. Coming back into your Dolphin pose. Use the exhalation. Step your right foot a few inches over towards the right and a little bit closer towards your body. Reaching behind, take the hand to the outside of the heel. Engaging into the lower belly. Start to raise the left leg up towards the ceiling. Stay here for 2 breaths. Changing to the other side. Huge breath in, fill the upper back. Stepping the left foot a few inches over to the side, taking the left hand around the back of the ankle. When you're ready, pull lower belly in, raising the right leg up towards the ceiling, relaxing the neck. One more big breath here. Exhaling down. Taking the knees to the floor and relaxing into child's pose. Walking the hands back towards the body, slowly lifting yourself up, bringing the head up last. Okay, horse stance, wrist stretches, let's go. Turning the feet out towards the corner of the mat and sinking down. So we're going to wake up these beautiful quads. Have the knees directly underneath the ankles and to wake up the shin muscles. Take a big breath in and send your left hand forward. We'd like to decompress into the nerves. Widen the hand bones and bring energy right down to the fingertips. Use your right thumb onto the back of the palm. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, pull the finger towards you and relax the left shoulder. Moving on to the ring finger, big breath in. Exhale, sink a little deeper into your horse stance, bring the finger back towards you. Inhaling into the middle finger. Your thighs should be starting to feel really warm. Exhale, finger towards you. Inhaling, holding onto your index finger. Take a big breath in. Exhale, drag the finger down. Coming onto the thumb. Palms back to back, grab hold of the thumb, take a massive breath in. As you exhale, drag the shoulders down. Releasing the thumb on the left side. Keeping the feet active, weight evenly onto the balls of the feet, onto the toes. This does help protect the knees and open the hips. Right hand, stretch out in front for wrist stretches. Left thumb onto the back of the palm. Huge breath in. As you exhale, drag the finger down, relaxing into the shoulder. Let's go. Take hold of the ring finger. Spread the hand bones as wide as possible, bringing the finger back towards you. Moving on to the middle finger. Huge breath in. Ooh, those quads are getting warm. Exhale, finger back towards you. Huge breath in, index finger, pull it back towards you. Exhale. Moving on to the thumb, place the palms back to back. Grab hold of the thumb as you exhale, widen all the way to the little finger, dragging the shoulders down. and release. Heel toe the feet in and coming to the front of the mat for suns. Activate into the soles of the feet, hands into heart position. Take a big breath in, telescoping the ribs up, rolling and tucking tailbone underneath you. Big breath in, taking the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, folding down towards the mat, relaxing the crown of the head towards the floor. Left leg extends back, place the knee to the ground. Feel for activating into the front foot, back calf and also the back foot. Inhale, take the hands onto the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, telescoping the ribs forward, tucking the tailbone down. One more big breath in here. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Exhale, take the hands down to the floor, step back into plank. Activate into the palms. Tucking the tailbone underneath you, take the knees to the floor, pull belly to spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades back as you lower down gently to the floor. Pushing the pubic bone into the floor, squeezing the inner legs. Fingertips in front of the shoulders. Inhale, low cobra. Telescoping the ribs forward. Exhale, drag the chest forward. Hands under shoulders, belly pulls in. Exhaling back into down dog. Feel for actively opening the palms. Little finger and thumb, equal amount of weight. One big breath in, lengthening through the sides of the spine. Left leg extends forward, place the right knee down. Take a huge breath in as you send the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step forward into a forward fold, relaxing the neck. Pull lower belly in as you inhale, roll all the way up. Hands to heart. Second side. Inhaling. Exhale, fold forward. Relaxing the shoulders. Right leg extends back, place the knee to the floor. Uncurl the back foot. Press the front foot fully into the floor, inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, take the hands down, step back into plank pose. Option is to use your knees or not this time. Huge breath in, breathe into the upper back. Send your heels to the back of the room and roll the tailbone underneath you. Squeeze your butt cheeks as you exhale, come forward all the way down. Moving into cobra, push your pubic bone into the floor, squeezing the inner legs. As you inhaling, lifting the chest. Telescope the ribs forward. As you exhale, making space within the core. Hands underneath the shoulders, lift the hips all the way into down dog. Pedal the feet if the calves and the hamstrings feel tight. Right leg extends forward for lunge. Place the left knee down. Take the hands back onto the hips. Strongly tuck the tailbone out to wake up this quad and turn on the buttock. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Exhale, hands down. Step forward to a forward fold, relaxing the neck. Lower belly pulls in as you inhale, roll all the way up. Hands to the heart. Take a big breath in, send the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Strongly tucking the tailbone, decompressing the lower back. Exhale, folding forward. If this is enough for you, place the hands onto the thighs and send the chest forward. Or exhale, take the hands down towards the ground. Step back with the left leg, placing the left knee to the floor. Take a huge breath in, inhaling, sending the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Rolling the tailbone underneath. Exhale, take hands to the floor, step back into plank pose. Take a huge breath in, activating into the palms. Exhale, wrapping the tailbone underneath you and coming all the way down. Push your pubic bone into the floor as you inhaling, coming up into cobra. Telescope the ribs forward. Exhale, make space in the core as you take the hands under the shoulders and lift the hips. Right leg extends forward, place the left knee to the floor. Take a big breath in, send rib cage and fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And hands to heart space. Warriors, feel foot into your foundation of the pose. Active feet. Depending on your leg length, roughly about 4.5 foot apart. Big breath in, inhaling, taking the arms out wide. As you exhale, sink into that front leg. Huge breath in, telescoping the ribs. As you exhale, wrapping the pubic bone underneath you to feel really strong in your stance. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. Huge breath in, lift the shoulders. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Moving into reverse warrior, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Place the hand down to the back of the thigh without pushing on the knee joint. Left fingertips all the way up to the sky. Exhale, sink deeper into the front leg. Feel for making space along that left side of the body. As you exhale, moving into extended warrior. Set your left forearm down towards the thigh. Inhaling, arching the chest forward. Take the back hand round, taking hold of your fabric, or if you can, taking hold of the left thigh. Huge breath in here. As you exhale, pubic bone wraps underneath you. Exhaling, pushing the thigh away from you to strengthen into this front quad. Moving into Trikonasana, start to straighten into the front leg, taking the hand down towards the floor. Big breath in, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, relaxing the left ear to left shoulder. Imagine that your body is against the wall, so rolling and tucking the tailbone underneath you and stretching the fingertips up, making a lot of space across the front of the chest and into the hip. Moving into half moon, place the hand onto the back hip, heel toe the back foot in if you're a little wide. Gaze down to the front foot and place your left thumb 12 inches in front of the little toe and slightly to the side. Pull your lower belly in as you transfer your weight over towards your left foot, raising your right leg off the floor. Take a huge breath in here. Have energy out through the ball of the foot. Imagine it is against the wall. If you have your balance, take your right hand up towards the ceiling. Soften your gaze, which should help you keep your focus and your balance. To take it deeper into the pose, reach behind, bringing the H to the B, heel to butt. Big breath in. Wrapping the right thigh around towards the right side to feel a deeper stretch onto the left side of the butt. Take a big breath. Releasing your foot back into half moon pose. Revolved moon, take both hands down to the floor. Taking the chest through, extending energy all the way from the little toe to the crown of the head. Taking the hand towards your sacrum, your option is to stay here. If you'd like to deepen to the twist, exhale, taking the left hand up towards the ceiling. Big breath. Exhale, release the hand down towards the floor, taking the right foot towards the back of the mat. Right knee comes down towards the ground as you're inhaling into your lunge. Moving into twisted lunge, hook your right elbow over towards your left knee, making a fist with the bottom hand. Huge breath in, sending the rib cage and the diaphragm forward, so you can feel the twist coming through the thoracic spine, relaxing the right ear to right shoulder. Your option is to stay here, to up level, reach the hand underneath the left thigh, and coming into the bind. Take the hands down towards the floor and moving to pigeon on the left side. Walk the right leg away from you to lowering the right hip to the floor. Either staying here or exhale, coming down into the forearms. This pose is amazing for stretching straight across the piriformis and working into the IT band. So just take a minute to take a big breath in here. As you exhale, feel for softening and surrendering into the pose. One more big breath here. Exhale, walking the hands back towards you. Lifting into Warrior Two. Foundations of the pose are really important. Have your front foot in line with your back inset, 4 to 5 foot apart, depending on your height. Take a big breath in, send your arms out to the side of the room and lift the chest. As you exhale, sink a little deeper into that front leg, feeling for active feet. Staying here, really thinking about lifting the chest on the inhalation and exhaling, sinking a little deeper. Release the hands behind and interlace the hands behind the back. As you inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, sink the shoulders down and breathe. Moving into reverse warrior, lifting the left hand up towards the ceiling. Place it down onto the back thigh without pressing into the kneecap. Take a huge breath in, right fingertips up towards the sky. As you exhale, curl the pubic bone underneath you and relaxing the left ear to left shoulder. Take another big breath in here, feeling for making space into the right rib cage. Exhale, sinking a little deeper into the front leg. Moving into extended warrior, right forearm sets down onto the right thigh. Take a big breath in and arch the chest forward. Exhaling, sinking deeper, taking hold of the fabric or the top of the thigh. Anchoring down in the feet, especially the outside of the left foot. Big breath in. As you exhale, send that right thigh away from you, relaxing the right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, dragging right shoulder away from the ear to create space in the shoulder. Moving into triangle, straightening the front leg, repositioning the back foot a few inches if you feel a little wide. Take a big breath in, sending left fingertips up. Breathe across the chest. Exhale, wrapping the pubic bone underneath you and lengthening into the lower back. Relaxing the right ear down. Take a big breath in. Feel for using your side obliques in this pose and pressing the feet into the floor. Moving into half moon, bending into the front leg, heel toeing the back foot in, place the left hand onto the left hip. Look forward, positioning the right thumb in front of the big toe and slightly about 4 inches to the side. Pull your lower belly in as you transfer your weight onto your right leg. Pause for a second as you lengthen through your chest. Exhale, push the heel away to strengthen into the back leg. Big breath in. Lifting yourself into the pose by stretching your fingertips towards the ceiling. Option is to stay here or working into quarter moon, H to the B. Wrapping the left knee round to the side to feel that deeper stretch into the outside of the right thigh and into the hamstrings. Inhaling, releasing back into half moon pose. Option to stay here or taking it into the twist. Taking both hands down to the floor. Inhaling, sending the chest forward. Wrap your left hip down towards the ground. Feel for sending energy through the ball of the foot all the way to the crown of the head. Taking your right hand to the sacrum. Pausing here, staying here if this is enough, or exhaling and deepening into the twist. Taking the right hand up towards the ceiling. Big breath here. Exhale, take hand down to the floor, stepping the left foot back into a lunge pose. Knee comes down as you inhale, lifting all the way up. Left elbow comes across to the outside of the right thigh, making a fist with the left hand. Wrap the right hand around. Breath in as you send your diaphragm and rib cage forward. Exhaling, softening the neck. Feel for twisting through the thoracic spine and through the center of the belly. Option is to stay here or working into the bind, feeding the left arm underneath the right thigh, taking hold of the right fingertips for a deeper twist. Release both hands down and moving into pigeon on the right side. Have the knee through the center of the palms. Take a big breath in, sending the chest forward. As you exhale, come down onto the forearms, pausing here to feel into the right side of the hip, IT band, and round to the piriformis. Huge breath into the upper back. As you exhale, walk the hands further forward and relax into the pose. Take a huge breath in into the upper back and allow the belly to completely relax. Walking the hands towards you, hopefully feeling an awful lot more light in the hips. Taking it back to down dog and walking the hands back towards the body. Take a big breath in here, softening behind the back of the knees as you exhale, rolling up towards standing pose. Moving into crow. Come to the center of your mat and crouch down. Place your hands firmly on the floor, middle finger facing forward. Bending the elbows towards you. Take a huge breath in and balloon the upper back. Moving the hands a little closer if needed. Pull in the lower belly. Now this pose really demonstrates how you need to turn on your lats to get your strength. Huge breath in. As you rock forward, placing the knees onto the inside of your arms. This is where you turn on the lats. Take a huge breath in. When you have it, relax the head and float up the feet. Activating right down to the toes. Big breaths in. And release. This is the most beautiful pose for relieving into your tired legs and opening across the chest. Come down to the ground. Slide your feet up towards you so you can brush your fingertips on the back of the heels. Having your feet hip distance, take a huge breath in across the chest. Feel for relaxing into the arms and into the neck. On the exhalation, wrapping your pubic bone towards your navel. Actively push through your feet as you lift your pubic bone up towards the ceiling, telescoping the chest towards you. Take a big, beautiful breath and enjoy opening across the shoulders and into the diaphragm. As you exhale, keeping your height, tuck the tailbone underneath towards your heels to lengthen into the lower back. To come out of the pose, take a big breath into your upper back. As you exhale, feel the upper back onto the floor. Pause. Take a breath into the midsection of the back. As you exhale, lower down to the ground. Pause. Take a big breath into the lower back. As you exhale, strongly tuck the tailbone as you lower all the way down. And feel what it feels like to have an open sacrum. Shavasana. Stretching both the legs away from you. Closing the eyes. And enjoy how the body feels after our delicious practice. Take huge, beautiful breaths in and exhaling, feeling the body relaxing onto the earth. Bringing the knees into the chest, give yourself a lovely hug. Roll onto one of your sides and with a relaxed neck, come all the way up to seated. Hands to the heart space. Take a big breath in. Namaste. To subscribe to Fit, click here. To watch the beginner's video, click here. And to watch the intermediate, click here. Take a big breath here. As you exhale, wrap your left arm round towards your right knee.